How did Sarthak and Ritu, how did they react to the film?
Well, they had one request which is no topless shots, and that came from Sarthak. He was, if you remember when he was young, he was quite a slim guy, and then he just kind of started ballooning. He said, "Hey, boss, no topless shots." No, they were okay with it. I mean, see, for a long time it was just him. Because actually I kind of met her. I didn't really know her. And then she came into his life. And then we looked at the film and we thought, okay, so now we have to start introducing you. And at first I just followed her, going to college, teaching, not the intimate stuff. And then gradually, I guess we all got comfortable with the intimate aspects. And we looked at some of it and they're like, yeah, this is all right. They never told me to go away, basically. And there were nights when I like camped out at the foot of their bed, literally, and then the fight would start. I would turn it on. And this is what you can do with these small video cameras in low light. This, to pull off in a production with a script and actors, I mean, you can do it in a very different way, but you miss this kind of moment. Having said that, there are things that happen which I just wish I had my camera on at the time, which I missed. And I just like hate yourself for missing some of those things. Like in the argument about with one of the publishers, not the colorful guy, but the very dark scene, he at one point said, "I've struggled for my art. I have one false eye," and he took his false eye out. But my camera was somewhere else. And I was like, "Sir, Shankar, one more time." He's like, "No, this is not acting." So those things you don't get, and you hate yourself for it, but what you get sometimes comes across very kind of true, right?
It's quite daunting after a 35 millimeter film, 16 and in black and white, to show a 70-minute video film. And I think your film exceeded every expectation, truly. And I think you use the character of video so brilliantly, really. And we must have a drink together someday and see more films from you. I want to know about the sound. I think the sound was really well done. Were you working alone, or you had a guy with you?
Thank you, Rafiq, sir.
Betray my name.
Yes, of course. You were editing your.
We had a drink before.
Yes, when we last met in Kolkata. The sound, I actually just mounted a Sennheiser shotgun on the camera, and that was it. One time, after I got a grant, I hired a sound person. And we had this boom pole, and it just was a mess. Like people were tripping over it in those small spaces. I mean, didn't work. So I just went back to mounting the shotgun, having a wide angle, and that was it. And, I tried to stay a little close so, the audio wasn't so bad. But sometimes, when the fan was on,